Good morning, everybody. How are you all? It is good to see you all on this sunny day. If you are online, we're glad you're joining us there as well for our last group Sunday of this fall. We're excited to have one more chance at some of these groups this week, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. First, Lucy, are you sad that it's the last group Sunday? I am too. It's okay. But Christmas is coming, so it's okay. First, a couple of announcements. Branch Students is meeting tonight. It is your regular Sunday evening gathering, a meal, conversation, games, good times for 6th through 8th graders. That is tonight. In 2 weeks, on December 3rd, I think is the date, you are having a Christmas party, so even more games and food and fun, and that time is extended a little bit, but mark your calendars. Even if you don't normally go to Branch Students, that would be a really fun way to jump in and to get to know some people and to have a fun night. So I encourage you all, if you are in that age range of grades 6 through 12, to take advantage of that. That would be great. And one other thing, next week, Tuesday, so the Tuesday following Thanksgiving, we're going to gather here in this building. That is right? Yes, okay, good. This is Thanksgiving week. I still need to clean my house. Tuesday following Thanksgiving, we're going to gather in this building and decorate for Christmas. So if you can spare some time that evening, we'd love to have you. We'll have pizza at 6 o'clock, and then we'll start decorating at 6:30. So I do need you to sign up for this so we know how much pizza to order. That would be really wonderful. There's a QR code right up there that you can do it. It's also in your Church Center app, so you can do it from there as well. Okay? What? Tuesday the 28th? Is that right? Excellent. Tuesday the 28th of November. All right. Clarence is going to come join me up here because this past week Clarence's whole family, me and my daughter, and some of the Krondyke clan gathered at AYA Youth Collective to do some volunteering. Clarence is going to tell us a little bit about it. Good? Do you want me to ask you the questions I sent you? Yeah? Okay. What did you do on Wednesday?
We got a tour, and then we each got assigned jobs. I, along with some others, did some snack bags. Other people also made a meal and also helped clean and make sandwiches.
Did you have fun volunteering? Is this a dangerous question to put the microphone in front of your face?
I did have a fun time.
Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. Let me just tell you, the students that were there were phenomenal. You all worked really, really hard. You did exactly as you were asked. You were engaged in the tour. It was wonderful. And the person who gave us the tour and came and told us all the things to do, she loved having all of those students in the space too. So thank you for coming along. What is something that you learned about what AYA does?
I learned that they house either unstable housing for 14 to 24-year-olds or homeless people.
Were you surprised by anything?
That some 14-year-olds go there.
Yeah, that was surprising to me too. Would you go back, Clarence?
Yes.
Are you just saying that because your parents are sitting there, or would you actually go back?
I'd go back.
Okay, good. Good. Excellent. Anything else you want to add?
No.
All right. Thank you. Well done. Thank you for telling us stories. We're going to keep doing this on a somewhat regular basis, we hope. So there will be a chance for you all to participate if you haven't done that yet. So, all right. I don't know what we're doing next. I'm just going to give the microphone to you. That's good.
Well, actually, you can keep this.
Oh, good.
Yeah, need to monitor it. So we're going to spend just a few minutes here transitioning from whatever the day has been into wherever we're going, whatever group we're going to be in. And we're going to do that by just thinking about this theme that has been kind of a consistent part of conversation for us. This idea that so often to be people of depth and love, we have to hold tension. We have to hold two things that might at first seem impossible to hold or conflicting with one another. We have to try and hold both. And we're going to do that today by practicing something that we've done many times around here before, which is this idea of praise, protest, and petition, which is a way of praying together that holds what seem to be, again, conflicting things. Praise, gratitude with lament, crying out. Those things, aren't those so different they couldn't possibly coexist? And actually, we're suggesting that no, they have to be held together. We have to try and make space for all of the things of life. So, I think there's a QR code. Brian, if you would put that up, I'll offer this as an option, one way of participating in praise, protest, and petition. If you're online, this is definitely the way to engage with us. We'll be watching the Google spreadsheet, and Teresa will be sharing anything that is shared there. And of course, if you're in the room, you're welcome to use this doc as well. But if you're in the room, would also love to maybe hear from you verbally out loud. And so we're going to start with praise or gratitude, thanksgiving for anything of the last week, last month, doesn't matter. There's no time frame here. What is something that you're grateful for, that you're thankful for? You can just say it out loud. You don't have to raise your hand or anything. Just supportive community. Thanks, Katie. See some head nods with you. There's agreement in the room. Your daughter's home from college. Joanna, welcome. Always nice to see you. Yeah. To have parts of our family return. That'll happen probably for a lot of us in different ways as we gather around tables in the next week for this holiday coming up. And we'll be reunited with folks that maybe we haven't seen in a while. That's a gift. Can be, anyway. Can also be a challenge, both and. Tension. Yeah. What else are you grateful for? The sun. Without question. Yeah, days of sunshine. What a weird and glorious thing to have here in November in Michigan. Your boys, your husband, your father, all supporting you in helping kind of some dreams that you have become reality. Yeah, it's beautiful. Laughter. Yeah, no doubt. What a gift. Your daughter's back tonight. More reunion. Yeah. It's good. Teresa, what do you have online?
Somebody wrote friends online. That's the only one here so far.
Brennan, would you turn on that microphone? Go ahead. You do that again.
Somebody wrote friends online. That's the only one here so far.
No surprise, relationships, a common thing for us. So we hold those things, and it's important because it's, I think, so easy to just move so fast throughout life, or to have these parts of our lives that are in maybe some ways commonplace, that we don't always connect gratitude to them. They're just there. They're just part of life, the sun shining. But pausing can change and shift not only our attitude towards those things, but our attitude, our whole person can shift as we experience gratitude. There's also petition. We'll get to that in a moment. And then protest. Let's do that one next, which is, again, feels like something in tension with gratitude, because protest or lament is saying, this is what I'm not grateful for, or this is what is heavy to me today? What is weighing on my heart? What is not as it should be? And that could be something very personal in our lives. It could be something that we see out in the world. So what would you either put in the Google Doc or would you say out loud about lament and what is not as it should be? Yeah, Katie?
My coworker, Adam, his 2-year-old son died.
For those of you online, Katie's coworker's 2-year-old son died this week. Thanks for giving voice to that. What else is not as it should be? What do we need to give voice to? Yeah, for all the gratitude for people who we have coming home or we will see in the next week. Teresa just named family members who will not be at the Thanksgiving table. The empty seats, so to speak. Yeah. Meanness and abuse online. I had someone convince me this week to re-engage on X, and I almost immediately regretted that decision because of the meanness. Yeah, I lament that with you too.
The list online is long here. War, broken family relationships. When will the destruction and death in Gaza stop? And a lack of access to health care.
Yeah, thanks for typing those out. Are there any others? There are. Are there any others you want to give voice to? You can feel the tension, right? Wouldn't it be just kind of maybe more nice if we only named gratitude? Would that just be more fun? And it would be appropriate. It's not that it would be inappropriate if we only did that, but again, we're trying to hold the whole human experience, which I think then includes, at least if you are a person of faith, if you are someone who is compelled by the person of Jesus, then one of the things I think that you try to be in the practice of is acknowledging that you can't do it on your own, that there is more in this life than you can handle by yourself. And so there's an act of surrender in saying, I need help, or I need fill in the blank. When we do this practice of praise, protest, and petition, this third one is usually the one that we say the least about, interestingly, and not surprisingly, perhaps. Gratitude is, again, easier to say. Even protest, there's something, I don't know. But petition, there's something, and maybe because it's such a vulnerable thing to do, certainly when we're doing it collectively, when we're saying out loud or typing in a spreadsheet what we need, that's a very vulnerable act. It's very personal. And yet I would suggest to you important. So the Google Doc is an anonymous place, right? You just become an anonymous animal if you enter that document. They give you an anonymous name. So we don't, that's maybe what might feel like a safe space, or a space that's a little less vulnerable to name what you need this week. If it's not you, maybe to think, what does, in a sense, the world need? Or what does your neighborhood need or a city need or a country need? What would you say about that? That's a long enough introduction. What would you add here as part of our prayer? What do you need?
The church I was attending, Eastminster Presbyterian, their last closing worship services this afternoon.
We have a relationship with East. Maybe you might know or not know, but in the sense that Deborah McCreary was a pastor there. Katie's husband, Brian, was a pastor there. And so it was one of the places we were thinking about as we were searching for spaces to meet at. So we have some overlap with that congregation, and their last time of worshiping as a community is today, this afternoon. Yeah. What do you think those folks need, Katie?
I don't know, just the image of loving care. I think there's a lot of hurting, grieving people.
Yeah.
So loving care.
Yeah, loving care would be the need. Thanks. Yeah. Why, Alyssa? She said patience for the week ahead. I'm reading into that. I don't know. Yeah. You're hosting. Mm. Yeah. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Where you know you'll be safe and happy and yeah. So patience for this week. Thanks for naming that. Is there anything else? Again, there is. Competent governance. Yeah, I feel that need regularly. Thanks, Jeff. All right. Let me offer a prayer here. I'm not going to name all of those things again. We've named them together, and in just naming them as we did, that is an act of prayer in and of itself. And then I'll invite you to sing with Teresa here, just a chorus here as we step out into groups. But let me offer these words. God, we know that you have been listening, that you have been present. It doesn't take us closing our eyes or folding our hands for you to be with us. And so you've already heard what has been said, what has been typed. You have seen what has gone unspoken. You also know, for you know our hearts. Help us by giving us what we need, and help us to remain soft and open, to be people who are surrendered to your grace and your love. Amen.
That's fun. It's not. So we'll sing without the keys. That's okay. These words of holy ground that we have sung before on group Sundays, we can sing this together. Holy, holy you are. Holy we are. Standing on holy ground. We're standing on holy ground. Let's sing those words together one more time. Holy, holy you are. Holy we are. Standing on holy We're standing on holy ground.
Go here in the next few moments to do these groups. We're going to try and hold this, remember this, that every place we go, no matter what we're doing in the next 45 minutes, is holy and sacred space. Brian, if you'd put up thank you so much. This is where we're headed in case you need a reminder. Games are in the basement. Silence, you're staying right here in this room. The art group also in the basement. The big room down there. Discussion groups in the cafe. And of course, the cooking group is in the kitchen. This says meet back here at 11. Let's be back here at 11:10. That gives us our normal amount of time. We'll see you at 11:10 back here. Thanks.